Sup, home slices? Today I want to do something a little bit different, and I am aware of the fact that I say that every video, but that doesn't mean I'm going to stop. Today I'm going to do something that I'm really into, and I'm going to discuss my top 5 favorite cartoon conspiracies because I'm basically a grown-up child who still watches cartoons, and I picked some of my favorite conspiracies. Some of them are dark, not really. Number 1 is pretty dark, but it's my all-time favorite conspiracy, so let's get started.
Number 5, our first theory is that Courage the Cowardly Dog is just a normal dog seeing the world through a normal dog's eyes. All of the villains and antagonists in the show are merely figments of his overactive imagination, and he's continuously having to save Muriel because the danger does not exist. And when Eustace tries to scare him, which he is easily scared, it could merely be that he's smacking him with a newspaper and not putting on the giant green mask that we all know. For number 4, we continue with another one of our favorite cartoon dogs, Scooby-Doo. In this theory, we try to explain why the gang is always running into trouble. In reality, the show is set during the Great Depression, and even prominent figures in the community are doing anything they can for extra money. This explains why everyone is dressed up and trying to trick each other. It doesn't explain why Scooby's a talking dog, though. For theory number 4, we have our beloved SpongeBob SquarePants. This theory states that each character in the show stands for a different mental disorder, which is much like the Winnie the Pooh theory. SpongeBob actually has ADHD, which explains his hyperactivity. Squidward has depression, which is actually hinted at by the creators in the episode where he seemingly tries to kill himself multiple times. Patrick has a binge eating disorder, which explains why he's always hungry and always eating everything he can find. Some people believe that Gary possibly has an anxiety disorder, or that Sandy's narcissistic, or that Mr. Krabs is compulsive and obsessive. Theory number 2 is that the Flintstones actually live in a post-apocalyptic universe that takes place after the Jetsons' times. All of the radiation that the Jetsons left behind are the cause for all of the unique creatures we find in the Flintstones. This would explain the advanced communication and technology that is prominent in this cartoon. Theory number 1, my all-time favorite theory, is that Toy Story is actually a representation for the Holocaust. It starts when Andy begins abandoning his toys and leaves them in dark toy boxes. Eventually, Andy leaves for college, leaving the toys vulnerable. Woody ends up suggesting that they hide in the attic, which is an Anne Frank reference, but they are eventually found and shipped off to Sunnyside. The children represent the Nazis as they constantly abuse them each day, and the toys that are in cahoots and known as the evil toys are actually the form of Jewish police in this movie. Eventually, the toys are sent down a deep, dark journey into the fiery incinerator, which obviously represents incinerators. In the end, the aliens come to the rescue and save them, representing good old allies.
Okay guys, there you have it. Those were my all-time favorite theories, and I had to leave some out. I follow a lot of theories. I'm really gullible, so make sure you leave your favorite theory down in the comments below, whether I mentioned it or not. Also, like and subscribe.